Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. English audio test. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Recording in progress.
Dicen que en épocas de grandes cambios es cuando aparecen las mejores oportunidades. Este es el momento de aprovechar el presente para construir el futuro que deseamos. Hoy abrimos una puerta al futuro en el que las más avanzadas tecnologías se ponen a disposición del ser humano para construir un mundo mejor. Descubre Decentra, la oportunidad que eleva tu potencial con la ayuda de las mejores herramientas digitales del mercado actual, como blockchain, staking, web 3.0, NFTs, DeFi y más, mientras te ayuda a mejorar tus finanzas personales. Usando la tecnología más avanzada hoy y creando la que está por llegar. Bienvenido al futuro. Bienvenido a Decentra. El mundo del futuro se está construyendo en estos momentos. Un universo sin límites llamado metaverso está naciendo. La siguiente generación en la evolución de Internet. Un lugar donde las barreras de tiempo y espacio no existen. Un mundo donde la imaginación, fusionada con el desarrollo tecnológico, construirán los negocios del futuro. Y en este mundo, los cimientos de una gran ciudad comienzan a ser colocados. Decentra y Landian, la alianza que cambiará el mundo, están construyendo Decentra City dentro del metaverso. Esta ciudad será un lugar para explorar, para crecer, para conectar, donde podrás hacer tantas cosas como desees. Y habrá un lugar para el emprendimiento, para la formación, el arte, el entretenimiento y las relaciones humanas. En Decentra City podrás comprar o alquilar coches, invertir en activos, comprar la casa de tus sueños o construir un gran edificio. Pero también podrás disfrutar de multitud de experiencias asombrosas. O jugar. Tendrás una versión digital de ti mismo, viviendo e interactuando con otros ciudadanos de Decentra City, con un avatar personalizado. El metaverso hiperrealista más avanzado del mundo. Este es un momento único en la historia. La primera compañía de network marketing que arranca oficialmente dentro del metaverso. Decentra City, la ciudad donde no existe lo imposible. Lo único constante en la vida es el cambio. El cambio es lo que ayuda a definir cada era, más avanzada que la anterior. En Decentra, abrazamos ese cambio y lo impulsamos. Creamos una nueva manera de hacer negocios, una nueva manera de aprender, una nueva manera de emprender, una nueva manera de comunicar, una nueva manera de liderar, una nueva manera de crecer. Los nuevos tiempos requieren nuevos métodos, nuevas tecnologías, nuevas formas de ver el mundo. Decentra, una nueva oportunidad para un nuevo mundo.
Throughout time, there have always been people with a vision, dedication, and determination to change history. People who share a present and a future. Now, we have a mission to find those people with whom we will change the world. The Limitless Founder Circle is born. A select group of leaders who act on values, principles, and commitment. Only 30 people will be chosen to belong to this circle of founders. 30 chosen ones who will have a great responsibility, but will also be rewarded for their dedication. The members of the Limitless Founders Circle will be able to go to wonderful places: Dubai, Miami, New York, Paris, Monaco, London, Tokyo. They will have exclusive access to trainings with the world's top millionaire minds: Tony Robbins, John Maxwell, Grant Cardone, Robert Kiyosaki. Trained and prepared to change history, to build a legacy. A new era will begin with a circle. The founders will be building the largest, fastest growing, most impactful company of the century. Decentra. Are you ready to be one of them?
Listo, excelente.
Ready, excellent, excellent. How are you, the Decentra family? Good morning, everyone. Hey, I'm happy to be in one more training with you today.
Ok, creo que ya estamos en vivo. ¿Me pueden poner por ahí en el chat?
So can you type in the chat, please? From what city, what country are you logging in today? And if you can hear me correctly, please tell me from what place you're connecting. From Mexico City, Armenia. Wow. Also Colombia, Chile, Zapopan, Tlaquepaque, Mexico City. You can hear you correctly. Mochi, Sinaloa, Phoenix. So guys, let's do something. Let's share a screenshot to your team, your community. Let's start sending those messages because today I'm going to be sharing information that I have only shared once at an event. It was a conference. It was like 4,000 or 5,000 people. And I had the opportunity to share this information. And today I'm going to share it again. So it's the second time that I'm going to be talking about this in the last 3 years. And it's practically the second time that I'm going to be talking about this in my life. And it's so punctual that if you can understand it and take it to practice, you can change your results not only on the business, but in everything that you propose to yourself in your life. I want to ask you something. If the key existed for the thing that everything that you do in life, you are successful, would you like to know that? Would you allow me to share the key to be successful in everything that you do? You're saying, yes, of course. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I'm about to share with you. That's something that all the mentors talk about, like my mentor, Omar Salazar. And there is something I also talk about this, but this helped me to earn $2.7 million in the last 3 years, in the last opportunity that I've been doing. And it has helped me to help other people to start helping other people to start making over $50,000 a month, and help me to, well, has allowed me to help a whole community. And I want to start greeting all the platforms that are watching us. I think that we're live at YouTube, at Decentra TV and Decentra Live, also Zoom. And they told me at the beginning, they told me to talk slower, to be able to the translator to translate for you, and also for the people that are outside the American continent, and to let all the people can hear about us. So type in the chat number 5, thanking all the corporate staff that are making this possible. And Steffi and translators and all the staff that is making this possible and telling us what to share, how to do it, and all the stuff that they're doing, and to be pending all the things that this GTS can be achieved. So, ladies and gentlemen, just a pleasure being here with you. And for the people that I don't know yet, and I don't have the pleasure, it's Alex Ramos, 27 years old, and 4 years as an independent entrepreneur, and 2 years as a professional networker, and doing this at the fullest time, and with the clear vision of the things that we're about to do in the next 18 months here at Decentra. Who's excited because we're in this goal of 90 days to close year? So did you fulfill your goals of this year? Did you achieve all your goals and purposes that you set at the beginning of the year? Because we are going to make some brutal changes. I also study law in the city of Guadalajara. Right now, I'm in Mexico City. We came to work with part of the team. In a few days, we're going back to Guadalajara, and I'm so excited with the information that I'm about to tell you. All right, we already got to the number that I wanted to start with. So something that I like is something that characterizes me is that I will never share something that hasn't worked for myself. I will never share something from theory. All the time that I share something is because I have practiced it. And the things that I'm going to share you is something that made me earn $1 million in my first years of this business, and also in the crypto world, and especially with the people that has the results that I want to be having. So we're going to be talking to the 3 most important points in the science of becoming rich. Type in the chat who already read this book. Type in number 5 if you already read this book, The Science of Becoming Rich. Okay, all right. Many already have read it. And type in the chat who already comprehended that book, who already studied, who already found those 3 major points in the book that will generate wealth, that will generate success in the projects that you're setting in your life. I gave a conference once that was Omar Salazar, and Omar was like, let the people find out about themselves. And I'm like, no, Omar, let's help them. Let's give them clues. Let's go and tell them what's the secret behind all this, and start pushing a little bit the team to understand. In a conference, I unveiled, and then I let these 3 major points, because I took 9 times to read this book to understand these 3 major points. And then I went downstage, and Omar told me, hey, even you said it, there's going to be a lot of people that they're not even going to understand it, and they're not going to practice it. And these are so simple that it's even simpler just to not do them. But have you realized or seen people that disregarding about all the things and all the things they do, they just do it right? Everything they do, everything they purpose, everything they develop, everything they entrepreneur, they just do it right? It's because these people, they do things in a certain way. And the book says you have to understand that you need to do things a certain way. And that's where the key of success is. Because it's so funny that we already have the same compensation plan here at Decentra. We all have, in the same company, we have the same support, the same backup, the same presentations at 8 p.m. in Central Time, Mexico. We have the same trainings at DTS.
exactamente el mismo material por parte de la compañía.
We can reach the same information within the company. So why are some people being successful and other ones aren't? Why do people have to set in disclaimer
O sea, que todo va en base al esfuerzo y no
that everything is based on effort and that the results may vary? Because it's not all people are now willing to do things in a certain way. And this is when you get in and you see that there is a key
para poder hacer las cosas de cierta manera
to start doing things in a certain way and to be successful in everything that you set in your life and everything you do in your life. And understanding from the point of view that is religious, that there is a substance, a matter that is intelligent, a God that makes the things happen or that make that things get into your life. And we need to create a harmony within our actions with this substance, with the deity, with this intelligence, whatever you would like to call it. And you need to strongly believe in the things to do the things so you can actually do those things. So these 3 points, if you understand them, I promise you, I guarantee you that you're going to be successful in everything that you set in your life.
Son estos 3 puntos la clave del éxito. Si tú agarras
So these are the keys to success. So if you adopt these 3 things and you set them in your life, in your head, and you do it in every single action that you're about to do, in every goal that you set up, understanding these 3 principles, I promise you that you're going to be successful in everything that you want to achieve or that you want to make. And the first is being grateful. We already heard that the people that are grateful are the people that deserve. But at least the people inside this industry, we have heard about this. So the one that is grateful deserves. And the more grateful you are, the more grateful you're being, but not only to God in the sky, but also the people that gives you, provides you something. Also our teams that I'm also being grateful, and to the people that are trusting in us. When you're being grateful, more good things start getting into your life. And you start vibing in an attitude good enough to be that as rich as that as you want. All the actions, I always be grateful, because have you heard the phrase? Have you heard about the phrase? I'm happy and grateful because I'm the first presidential black diamond of this company, and I'm positioned as #1 at Business for Home. And that's one of my statements I do daily. Every single day, I do that statement. Now that I'm the first presidential black diamond in this company, I'm the #1 at Business for Home, and I have positioned in the top 10 at least 4 partners of my organization within Business for Home. And that is one of my daily statements. And I'm being thankful if that is already been done. And all actions that I'm doing start by being grateful, ladies and gentlemen. Everything you need to be grateful because it's already been done for you. So if you define it like that, it's already done. And this is one of the major points that the book, the Science of Becoming Rich, you need to be grateful. But the second point is the one that I took the hardest time to understand. And it was like gratitude. All right, done. So you already understood the first point. All right, excellent. And I said the second, the third, and he starts saying, no. So when I understood those 3 major points, and this one was the hardest time for me because I couldn't understand it. And it's the one that people use the least. Sometimes you wake up in a good mood and start being grateful with everyone. But having a life and acting with intent, and intent, everything that you do, one is the one that most generate that impact in my life. And it's the most complicated to understand. But instead of throwing stones to their partners, and this is that mind shock to that partner, and to many people that are connected right now, I hope that nobody feels offended about this. But this matter of living with intent is something that probably, perhaps until today, you haven't said in your life. And I realized about this when I was 25 years old, when I'm living a life, when I thought that I had that intent, but it wasn't like that. And I'm going to ask you something, but don't answer it in the chat. Why do you log into this DTS? Why do you log into the computer or turn off your phone to see the information that we're sharing today? Okay, train, what else? So are you having that intent to the things that you're doing? And let me tell you the intent, why I log in this DTS. And I'm gonna explain you a little bit how I'll structure my goals. And most of the times, and Peter says to apply the things that I'm about to learn. So I will talk about this with my team and say, hey, what are you doing today? You know, I have pending presentations. I had to log into the system. I have to build to start paying my own bills and to get the car that I want. Okay, excellent. And what else? Well, now I already did 2 presentations today. That's why I woke up today. Okay, nice. And why you give those presentations? To close people? To sign people? Or what is your intent? And you have to realize this, because about no one has that intent in the right and proper way. I have a goal that is that main goal, and many people knows about this because I want to be the president of Mexico in 24 years. But have that intent, but my main intent is to achieve that. What is the intent of logging in? And is that the people of the company and people on my team understand these 3 points of wellness and to keep going, keep structuring, and so I can also become myself as the number 1 at Business for Home. And that is my intent. So achieving presidential Black Diamond, I will have a more solid income, and I can be diversifying my income, and I can be starting talking about the political subject that is my main goal. And that's my intent. That's what I'm being grateful every single day. But I will not connect to give a DTS just by giving a DTS in a training. So so when you give a presentation and your intent is becoming a diamond, are you really having that intent?
La presentación, la intención de esta presentación, toda la
So
intención.
the intent of this presentation, all the intent that I'm giving into this presentation is to sign Pablo, because he will provide for me to fulfill my dreams, and I can help them to fulfill their dreams. So are you having that intent, or you're just acting because inertia? Are you presenting just because you're introducing? Are you giving those trainings just because they tell you for you to give that training? Are you living a life with intent? You need to have clear, why are you running? And every single action that you take, you're having that intent, and you're giving that intent to the goal that you are running for. All these trainings, I tell the partners, hey, why do you came to this training for? Learn. Why do you want to learn? Well, to learn more, to know more. There needs to be an intent. You have to have a background. Otherwise, you will not know why you're doing things, and you are not having that intent. How many years have you been through without having that intent in your life? After the mentorship that Mr. Oscar Mendoza, I had a Zoom with the people in the organization. I was given the action plan, and I told them why we need to focus in the next 3 months. And the intent, ladies and gentlemen, for the next 3 months has to be close the year is the best way possible. And all the people in this Zoom, to visualize it, you start having that intent in your business, in your life, in your goals, and you start having that intent. The way you dress is to create that impact in people, because people will buy what they see, because I want them to be part of my business and to be part of my working team, and to feel better, to create that impact, because everything is included to the same path. But the things that you are focusing is the things that are going to be expanding. So if you're not having that intent, because you're waking up every day, because everyone does it. Why do you go out to work? Because everyone's doing it. Why do you give 3 presentations? Because my upline told me. Why did you log into the DTS? Because they send it to the WhatsApp. But are you actually having that intent? And this is key, because this was the hardest for me to understand, because most of the time people are not having that intent in their life. And so a few months ago, I was in a mall, and a lady of 62 years or 62, they were talking to each other. I'm like, let's say I'm 62 years old because I don't remember, and I haven't done anything in my life. And I'm like, my God, good time for you to realize. And I'm telling you, honestly, it's a good time to realize, because there's people that they just passed away. They didn't know what was their purpose in life. Okay, it's good to realize late, but it's better to realize earlier. And I feel that I haven't achieved the things that I want to achieve, and I'm having that intent. So acting with the intent, it's just key. So my first point is first gratitude, and the second one is acting with intent. You have to have that intent to things. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You need to have that intent to know where you're standing, with who can you be supported, with who doesn't, and you can understand how to do things, and you will help you to retain that information. Tomorrow, I want you to log into the DTS and to have that intent on learning, and everything is focused on that goal, and not just your personal goal, but also as a company. And I'm told in the intent of this month that if I will be a black diamond, or we qualify to Jerson to double, triple diamond, or you requalify your previous pins, the intent of this month has to be the most senior manager, because today we're a mastermind. Yesterday we were 100 people in the focus of the organization, only 100, the main 100, and to make the most senior managers and the executive directors, and to create the most successful stories are built only when you're a millionaire. Hey, no, I already made $1 million. Let me tell you that success stories are the ones that are made $100, $1,000. Imagine how you're gonna change their lives if they make $500 or $1,000 in this month. You help those people to make them, to have a total goal, because we're having that intent every single month to achieve that goal. That's the second step. And the third one, from my point of view, because this is explained in the book so many times, and this is the one that was hardest for me to carry. Tell me in the chat who's competitive. Be honest. Who likes to be competitive? Who has ego? Because I love to compete. Carlos said, I made a diamond because Pablo, they made it first. And I use this a lot in my team. Hey, can you see that they already achieved their rank? You see the volume that Daniela Costa made this month? And I use this a lot because I use this
Me tardé 3 semanas nomás, dice Carlos.
topic of competitiveness, and I use it a lot in the team. And let me tell you something, because we need to understand this. There is a really fine line that we need to know how to handle. The first, gratitude. Second, have that intent in life, and you need to be creative and not competitive. So if I don't have to be competitive, there is no ego, and the most leaders tells you about this. But the competence is within yourself, not the person next to you, because the human being is competitive by nature. I can tell people to see the person next to you and compete against them. Like, for example, I'm triple diamond, and I saw Enrique that achieved black diamond, and I was like so close, and he made it, and that makes me run and to try to catch them, and I want to be the first presidential black diamond, and tell them I'm competing with my organization to be the organization number 1 in the company, because I love to compete. But you need to understand that there is a fine line, ladies and gentlemen, when we're talking about the competence and creativity. Enrique's success, Oscar's success, Juan Carlos Torres' success, Violeta's success, and all the triple diamonds and black diamonds is not going to limit my success, my own success. And this is just key. The science of becoming rich tells you that there is a matter so big and so plain and so abundant that you don't need to compete with others, but you need to be creative. I will compete mentally to get to the goal first, but to make my building to be the biggest, I don't need to destroy the one next to me.
Tengo que sabotear a los demás triples
To
diamantes.
make my building to be the biggest, I don't need to sabotage the people next to me. I don't need to sabotage no one. I don't need to sabotage Enrique. I don't need it. Can you understand this? Because there's enough people in the world, there is enough resources in the world for everyone can do it. Because my competition is to getting into the speed and to getting first, not the people around me. And you need to understand it, because that negative competitivity is when you think that there is no resources, no people, and that you need to hoard everyone. But that is not true. That is negative competitivity. And that is core. But having ego and feeling like you need to compete is not wrong, because that makes you run to achieve your goals faster. Because all the people that we are here at this Zoom, and maybe the people that are seeing the replay, the people that are TVDecentra or Decentra Live, we can get presidentship like them. There's enough wealth and enough capital in the world for us to do it. The bad thing is we're too many out at Guadalajara. There's enough wealth in Guadalajara. There's enough wealth in the world for us to achieve this. Ego is good when you start working with ego, not letting ego work with you. There is unlimited resources for everyone, exactly. And that is something that I'm looking for people to understand. Either they eat in your house or mine, why don't we eat in both? So if you want to achieve black diamond, why don't we achieve it both? My capacity is not limited. It's not in the numbers of the people that want to achieve the same thing. So don't limit your head. Don't limit your mind, your actions, that if someone already achieved this, is for you to say, no, I cannot do this because they already achieved this. Don't limit yourself. Be creative in this manner. You can compete, but in a healthy competition, in a creative point of view. And I couldn't understand it because I found it in Discover the first time. And I was focusing on myself and in my things, my own. And I was actually running without having a direction towards where I was running. Because personally, I'm a bit competitive. So I'm running and I start feeling motivating because I use ego for me to keep running. When you actually understand, and I read the book again, and it's from and I explained my mentor, and it was like, exactly, ego is not bad. Imagine a Cristiano Ronaldo without ego. It wouldn't be Cristiano Ronaldo. Or Mayweather without ego. It's not just simply not possible. But they do not let ego dominate them. They dominate ego. They do not let competitivity conquer them. They conquer competitivity to use it as a resource in their favor. That's where we understand that point. That's when we can understand and realize that competitivity is positive when we see it in a creative point of view and not a limitation point of view. Not a point of view where we limit ourselves to believe it's either them or me. Can we understand this point of creativity? Type in the chat, please. And I want you to have this one so clear, so you can understand from what point of view or what focus you need to see this. They're saying yes, super clear, excellent, great. All right, awesome. When we get these three principles of wealth, and you have that intent, and you are grateful, and you use them within an action or a goal or an objective that is well defined, there's nothing can stopping you. Because first, you're being grateful. You're already attracting that thing into your life. You're having that intent every single day with the action that you are setting up in your life. And number three, It's the same for you if there are people using resources because they're unlimited, and you can also achieve that goal, and you can use that competitivity and that ego in a different point of view. Can you understand that other people's success will not limit my own success? These 3 points has helped me to have that paycheck, having those checks of a lot of money, because I'm having that intent in this manner to create a big organization so solid through the team. And today are the foundations that we're using to achieve the next rank, to achieve the next level, and to face all the setbacks that we can face in life, and to achieve the success of the whole organization. And these are the 3 that at least I have seen in my 4 years of experience in network marketing. These are the principles that they use, legends in this industry of network marketing. These 3 principles are key of wealth and success and whatever the things that you are seeking for. A thought that is set up in the original substance, produce whatever you're thinking, you are being grateful, live with intention, and create. I will go back to the slides. I hope that in one event, be able to remember you, and you can tell me, hey, I'm using it, or if you are using it and these are working for you, send me a message. And please send a message in those chats, because this is a resume of the things that I've been doing for the 4 years in network marketing, and the things that we have get and the results that I'm having. And this is so resume that it took me 9 times to read and study that book of the book of the science of becoming rich. Even you hear the audios, or it will take you a little bit more of this or that. But when you understand and you realize the substance that this book has and carries and how important it can be, people start adapting it. Like it happened to myself. I took it as a Bible, as the foundation. And thanks to the book is why we're having that success. To the people that haven't read it, please read it, because having these 3 major points, when you read it again, you're going to realize and you start understanding differently. The 9 times I read it, never went through my mind to read it again and understand the same thing. And the book is The Science of Becoming Rich.
La ciencia de hacerse rico.
The Science of Becoming Rich.
¿Cómo se llama el libro? Por ahí ya les puse, se llama La Ciencia. Déjenme se lo escribo en el chat. La ciencia. La ciencia de hacerse rico. Sí, lo estoy leyendo ahora. Es un libro buenísimo.
It's a great book. Trust me. I love it because when I went out on my first event, it was the cheapest book, and it was like, hey, let's see what this is about. It didn't recommend it in all the conference, and after that conference, everyone was recommending it. I read it again when I feel stuck. When I'm about to launch a project, when I'm about to do an interesting change in my life. And you set your mind in synergy again. I was in a time where I couldn't understand these 3 major things, but I was studying it. And at the same time, I was reading it and listening. The rarest secret in the world. That's an audio that is so great that I listen to YouTube. Is the rarest secret in the world. In inconsistency, they tell.
Te habla mucho el audio de lo que viene en el
The
libro.
audio says a lot about of the things that they come in the book. I was listening to the audio and reading the book. Listening to the audio and reading the book. It helped me a lot, because this is an audio that I also recommend. the science of becoming rich, and the rarest
Se van a dar cuenta que los dos hablan de cosas.
secret in the world.
Pero la ciencia de hacerse rico te da estos.
But the science of becoming rich, they give you these three major points that when you find them,
De tu vida, a lo mejor sin intencionar, sin hacer con
you realize that you have been through a lot of years of your life without having that intent. So type in number 5 in the chat that from today,
de cierta manera.
start doing the things in a certain manner.
¿Quién va a ser creativo?
Who's going to be creative and start going to use that competition in a healthy way.
Señores, habemos
So ladies and gentlemen, we have over 200 people connected by Zoom.
cientos de personas en la
There's hundreds of people in the other platforms.
que la gente se
We need to make people to realize what we are doing. So seize this moment
que estamos bombardeando el chat de
that we're bombarding the chat with fives, and let's do something. If this help you,
estamos haciendo
if this help what we are doing right now,
está funcionando. Si
if the system is working, if the training do you think that is working, please take your phone,
sube
make a reel,
sociales, etiqueta
or
Vivo, etiqueta tu línea ascendente,
and tag your upline, the corporate,
etiqueta tu
your sponsor, your organization, and let people see what we are doing.
Ahora las personas se den
That people out there realize
el movimiento
that we're creating
más grande
the movement of entrepreneur biggest in the world
con la gente
that has never seen and existed, that despite the people and disregarding the people or with or without them, we're doing the biggest and the greatest, and we're building of millions of dollars in the next few years. So let's make noise in the social media, tag all the official websites of Decentra, tag our corporate, and be thankful to them, because most of the things that we're doing right now, by not saying everything, they will set up
crean la atmósfera
and create the necessary atmosphere for us to be developing and unfolding ourselves. So ladies and gentlemen, be thankful to all our corporate.
tomar video, a tomar foto, a subirlo a las redes sociales.
Let's make a video, take a photo, selfie, and upload it to your social media that we're strongest as ever. And that if they want to see what we're doing in the next 90 days, well, fasten your seatbelts because it's just gonna be crazy. So ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. I hope that this worked for you, because this for me was key to understand these three major points, and it has helped me to achieve goals that I never believed that I could achieve.
Si sí, dejen comentarios ahí en los grupos.
If it works, send those messages in the WhatsApp and make the people to start logging in more and connected to this system. Have a great day. I send you a big hug, and remember that the difference between the life that you want and the life you have is the information that you are currently having. So see you next time, see you soon, and have a great day.